Hiya folks, I'm Grim and welcome to Grim Grooves. Today we'll be checking out I See Fire and Song of Durin, both by Geoff Castellucci from The Hobbit. I cannot wait to listen to this. Geoff's voice is so rich and deep and crazy that I cannot wait to see what he does with these songs. I mean, I See Fire is typically very light, at least the Ed Sheeran version, of course. And then Song of Durin, I don't think I've ever actually heard outside of the book itself, so I can't wait to hear Geoff's rendition of it. But make sure you hit the like button and subscribe because I got so much more from Geoff and voice play and so many other acapella artists to check out on my channel, as well as so much else aside from that. Without further ado, let's check out I See Fire by Geoff Castellucci.
Oh, misty air of the mountain below.
Already.
Keep careful watch of my brother's souls. And should the sky be filled with fire and smoke, keep watching over Durin, son.
Whoa. This is cool. I think he actually dressed as each of the different dwarfs in the series, like Philly, Killy, Beaufort, like all those guys. It's just really interesting that he actually went to that level of detail to actually look like each individual character, and this sounds incredible already. It's so different from the Ed Sheeran. Obviously, Ed Sheeran's voice is very light, very airy, but this is insane.
If this is to end in fire, then we should all burn together. Watch the flames climb high into the night, calling out, Father, stand by and we will watch the flames burn on the mountainside high. And if we should die tonight, then we should all die together.
I had no idea Geoff could go that high. Like, I figured that last bar, doing like the main chorus of the song, or the main like hook of the song, that he was going as high as he could. And then he comes in as like, I think this is like the character that would be Philly. And wow, like that's so much higher of a voice than I expected Geoff to be able to do. I mean, with someone with as low of a register as he can go, I didn't, like, I know he has a good range. Many of you guys have mentioned he has a crazy range, but I did not expect him to be able to sing this well at this high of a range. It's insane. Like, it sounds amazing.
And if we should die tonight, then we should all die together. Raise a glass of wine for us. Calling out, Father, oh, prepare as we will. Watch the flames burn on the mountainside. Desolation comes upon the sky.
It's almost like different people. Like, you could show this to someone, and if they have no idea who Geoff is, they just assume it's like four guys singing as the hobbits, or as the dwarves in The Hobbit, or whatever. Like, it's just super interesting that he's not only incredibly talented with the deeper register notes that he can sing, but I mean, it sounds almost like perfect, even in the higher registers. Like, he has such a fantastic voice and so much voice control to be able to do this. With, like, singing each individual one is impressive enough, but to sing as well as he is and in such different octaves with each different character that he's playing, like, this is unreal.
Comes upon the sky. Now I see fire. Inside the mountain I see fire, burning the trees. I see fire, hollowing souls. I see fire, the blood in the breeze. And and I hope that you remember me.
It's so smart to just use the melody of a fantastic piano, just the piano melody kind of as the main hook melody. It works so well. I mean, again, Geoff's vocals can carry this entire song, and the humming and things like that are also carrying a fantastic melody. But when they harmonize together, I mean, it's all just Geoff, but he can harmonize with himself incredibly well. And again, each individual version of him, each individual octave that he's singing in, it's unbelievable. Like, I've heard Geoff sing before. I've heard him 3 or 4 songs of him singing at this point, and this just shows such an impressive amount of range. It's unbelievable. I'm just continually blown away.
Oh, should my people fall, then surely I will do the same. Confined in mountain halls, we got too close to the flame. Calling out, Father, oh, hold fast and we will.
That's even higher. I was expecting the Philly one to be the highest, but this guy comes in, this version of Geoff, this octave, and it's even higher than the last one.
We got too close to the flame. Calling out, Father,
what?
Hold fast and we will watch the flames burn on the mountainside.
Whoa.
Desolation comes upon the sky. Now I see fire inside the mountain. I see fire burning the trees. I see fire hollowing souls. I see fire and blood in the breeze. And I hope that you remember me. I hope that you remember. And if the night is burning, I will cover my eyes. For
Wow, the harmonies, I mean, it's unreal to me. I don't even know what to say. This broke me. Each individual artist is so I mean, it's all Geoff, but each individual cadence that he has, each individual octave that he's singing in, is so distinct, and when they harmonize together, it sounds like a fantastic ensemble. I wonder if you had voice play or pentatonics together singing the exact same thing that Geoff is singing now, which would kind of reign supreme. Because I mean, Geoff on his own is able to carry each individual tone so well, and they sound incredible harmonizing together as well. How could he do this? It's unreal.
is burning, I will cover my eyes. For if the dark returns, and my brothers will die. And as the sky is falling down, it crashed into this lonely town. And with that shadow upon the ground, I hear my people screaming out. Now I see fire inside the mountain. I see fire burning the trees. I see fire hollowing souls. I see fire and blood in the breeze. And I hope that you remember me. And I hope that you remember. And I hope that you remember.
Wow. Just coming in at certain points with his incredibly deep register voice. And it's such a juxtaposition from the smooth melodies of the harmony that they're creating. It's just so cool. And also I was thinking as I was listening to this, the original song of I See Fire, it feels like a bard, just a bard coming out and singing the tale of the terrible things that have happened, fire from the mountain, I see fire, right? The desolation of smog and the fire that it created and the danger and death and all that type of stuff. It's like a mournful song, I See Fire, the way that it was originally sung. At least that's how I kind of got the idea of it. Whereas this feels more like the actual soldiers, the actual warriors, the dwarves and the elves and the humans, they're all fighting in the battle. And this is the song, rearing them up, getting them actually, amped to fight. like, we need to go fight this dragon, we need to fight for our homes, we need to fight for our land, we need to fight alongside our brothers and things like that. Like, it feels like the song of a warrior as opposed to a song of a bard. And I mean, a bard, of course, can be a warrior too in some instances, but like, this is just really impressive. It's such a different style than I was expecting it to be. It's just crazy. It's insane. I just keep saying it's insane. But let's get to the end of this. Wow.
Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching I See Fire from The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. I hope you loved it because I'm pretty sure I still have glue on my face from all of the makeup. As always, these videos would be impossible to make without viewers like you and all of the lovely folks over on Patreon. And just to name a few of my favorites: Huldra Draco, Christy Jones, Sarah O, Laura Mueller, Patricia Schumann, Debbie Goodling, Carl and Melanie Thomas, Osa M. Lagnestall and Dorothy Brune,
definitely reserve
and of course,
respect.
Debs Badger. Comment below and let me know what you'd like to see next. And I will see you soon. Later on.
It's just so unbelievably impressive that he did this. I mean, I was expecting it to be good going in from the beginning. Just, like, knowing Geoff's voice, knowing voice play, the things I've heard so far, I had high expectations. But this was honestly the best song that I've heard Geoff perform so far. Just because of the incredible range that he put forward in this entire song. I mean, it was such a drastic difference from the incredibly deep versions of the Geoff on the left here to the much lighter ones in the middle. Like, it was just so impressive. Each individual bar was just unbelievable, and it just showed such a drastic difference in the range that he can perform. So much more than the other songs I've heard. Like, I've heard him go high, but I've never heard him go as high as he does as this version of himself. And also, again, the dedication to the art, to the environment, to the clothing and everything. Like, he put a lot of work into this. Like, so much work, so much dedication went into this, and it's just so beautiful to see. For not only the visuals, but also, again, the level of detail for the arrangement he put forward here, to be able to sing each individual line in the way he did, to be able to harmonize in the way he did. It's just, it was so impressive. The entire thing was so impressive. But anyways, let's continue on to the Song of Durin, which I've never heard before other than reading in the book.
The world was young, the mountains green, no stain yet on the moon was seen. No words were laid on stream or stone when Durin woke and walked alone. He named the nameless hills and dells.
Wow.
He drank from yet untasted wells. He stooped and looked in mirror, and saw a crown of stars appear as gems upon a silver thread above the shadow of his head. The world was fair, the mountains tall.
Once again, just the beautiful harmonies. Like, this one so far doesn't have the same hook, but I mean, it's also, there's no real melodies within the song in the lyrics of the, just when you read in the book. I mean, you can kind of put together a cadence of like how you want to sing it and stuff like that, but there's not like instruments alongside it. Of course, it's just text. So he'd have to kind of create his own melody for this aside from just singing itself, which, I mean, just singing works too. I mean, acapella is very viable, of course, but it'd be interesting to see if there is any extra melodies on top of just their voices, which, I mean, even if there's not, like, Geoff can carry the tune, obviously, so we'll see what he does.
The world was fair, the mountains tall, in elder days before the fall of mighty kings in Nargothrond and Gondolin, who now beyond.
It's so crisp and beautiful and smooth, like compared to his normal grizzled, like, bassy voice. It's just such a difference.
Gondolin, who now beyond the western seas have passed away. The world was fair in Durin's day.
Oh wow, we went deep there. Here's some music, nice.
A king he was on carven throne in many pillared halls of stone. With
I always love this kind of cadence, like bum 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 bum. Like it has such a great patter to it and such a great style. Like no matter where it's played, like if it's a sea shanty or if it's a old kind of medieval song like this, like it works so well, it flows so well, and like harmonizing along with the melodies, it works so well too.
throne in many pillared halls of stone, with golden roof and silver floor and runes of power upon the door. The light of sun and star and moon and shining lamps of crystal hewn, undimmed by cloud or shade of night, that shone forever fair and bright.
Just hearing his incredibly deep voice harmonize with his incredibly high voice is it's crazy. It's so good.
Ever fair and bright. Their hammer on the endless bought, their chisel clove and graver wrote, their forged was blade and bound was hilt, the delver mined, the mason built, their beryl, pearl and opal mail, and metal wrought like fish's mail, buckler and corselet, axe and sword, and shining spears were laid in
Gotta mention the melodies in the back there. It's fantastic little violin melodies every once in a while. We got just such epic music that fits behind this really well. I mean, in I See Fire, we just had pretty much like a fairly simple piano melody, which again worked really well for that style and the way that the song was like carrying along with Geoff's vocalizations. But here we have a lot more melodies to work with, and it's just really fantastic.
Unwearied then were Durin's folk, beneath the mountain music woke. The harpers harped, the minstrels sang, and at the gates the trumpets rang. The world is gray, the mountains old, the forge's fire is ashen cold. No harp is rung, no hammer falls, the darkness dwells in Durin's hall.
It's just always so crazy hearing his deep, like, I'm positive that's not even his deepest. I know he can go deeper than that. I've heard, like, the deep roar that would wake Smaug from his sleep, or Sauron, or whatever. Like, they're all waking up from his crazy deep voice. Like, or the Balrog. It could be the Balrog. But damn, it's insane. That mustache is crazy too.
The shadow lies upon his tomb in Moria, in Khazad-dûm, but still the sunken stars appear in dark and windless mirror. There lies his crown in water deep, till Durin wakes again from sleep.
It's so impressive. Like, I don't think there's any other artist that could do what Geoff's done here. Like, not only to be able to sing each individual part, but to be able to sing them incredibly well and in different cadences, in different kind of octaves, in different styles slightly. I mean, I've never heard this song before other than just reading it off the page, and obviously it's nothing like what I expected it to be. I mean, they put a new life to this song, and I guess. I keep saying they because it seems like it's multiple people, but it's just Geoff. He's just that talented. But wow, like, this is such an incredible version of this song, and such an incredible song in general. Like, it's so much more than I expected it to be, just, again, knowing it from the page that I've read it from. But it's so well done. Like, not only are the outfits perfect, the environment's really well done and everything like that, but the way that the song is arranged, and, like, the different moments and the different melodies that were put forward through it, like, it's just well-structured song, and it really, really hit. It really worked well. Like, I say of the two, I still prefer I See Fire, just because it's such a crazy range in Geoff's vocals, being able to sing so drastically. Here, we didn't go quite as high for some of the notes, but it was still really, really good. Like, it was still so impressive to hear. And yeah, let's get to the end here. See if there's anything else. All right. That's it. Just the soft dripping of the cave water or whatever. This is insane. Like, it's all so cool and just so well done. I mean, and it shows that Geoff clearly has a huge level of respect for the source material, which is understandable. I mean, The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, like, they're all such massive, important stories in fantasy history. I mean, Dungeons and Dragons probably wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Lord of the Rings. Like, there's so many awesome things that came from this, but to be able to create or recreate the songs done in these fantastic stories so well. I mean, obviously, I See Fire isn't a original song from the books or whatever. It's just a song that Ed Sheeran did. It's a fantastic song, though, nonetheless. And Geoff put his own spin on it. It was incredible. And then here with Song of Durin, I mean, this is a song that, again, it's not actually a song. Well, it is, but it's not performed in the same way. It's never been performed in the movies, I should say, anyways. But this was fantastic. I believe you guys, some of you in the comments mentioned that there is like a separate version of the song that was done by someone else. I've never heard it, so maybe I'll have to check that out eventually too, but this was unreal. I mean, some of Geoff's best work in my opinion. Like, this was crazy. And I definitely need to check out more, so there's possible there's other stuff that's even better, but I guess we'll see. But anyways, until next time, later days, folks.